Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry so much confusion,
Yeah.
but I was just telling Amalia, last week we had a lesson on understanding English numbers. And so this week we understand the importance now of being able to communicate, especially long numbers, you know, to get into the Zoom class. Part of it is my fault. We didn't get communication. My mother had to have an emergency surgery last weekend. And so my communication with Miss Judy got delayed and I didn't get some of the information she tried to pass on to me. We hope to have this all straightened out by next week, okay? Okay, I think we're waiting for Ureba, maybe a minute or two more, and then we need to start.
Okay, good.
Lydia, go ahead and bring up the practice sheet for forming plurals. One of the grammar things we did last week was about forming plurals. Okay, now if you want to turn in your lesson book to page 273 to kind of remind yourself of the rules for forming plurals, you will remember we went over the top of that page about how to make plurals of certain words. And we're going to review Marty, I'm going to give you the first three, and we'll watch for Ureba to join us.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, 2, and 3. Can you change those words, say the word, and then tell me what we would need to do to the word to make it plural?
Okay.
It's on the screen. Lydia put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, do you see that first word? It's not in your book.
Oh, okay.
It's on the screen. Now the rules are in your book, but the word is right here on the screen. Can you say the word?
Yeah.
Crutch.
Crush.
You know what a crutch is?
Yeah.
If you break your leg, if you break your leg, you need something on this side to help you walk. And so they put something under your arm and you hold on to it with your hand to help you walk. It's called a crutch. Now, what does that word end with? What's the last 2 letters?
The and the in.
On the end of the word.
The crush.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the pen.
Okay, but the crutch ends with what letters?
S.
Okay, C.
C, cross.
H, crutch.
H, crush. Yeah.
So when a word ends with CH, what do we do to make it plural?
Okay. Yeah, there is.
Lydia helped you. Lydia helped you. She gave you what needs to go in that blank.
Okay.
Okay, how would we pronounce it now?
Cross chest.
Yes, crutches.
Good.
Remember when we add the ES, it's crutches.
Yes, ES is crutches.
Right. And that's what we do if it ends in CH. What other letters do we make the ES?
S, E,
S,
S, and is
Z,
C.
Z, and also SH and X. We add ES. Okay, Marty, now comes two easy ones for you.
Okay.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that word? Number word?
On the pen.
Yeah. So how do we make that plural?
Little E.
Instead of ES, we now just add one letter. What letter do we add to pan?
Then little M.
Let's just add an S.
Okay, yeah, a little is.
Oops, I messed up, Lydia. I forgot to move it down. Okay, we're just going to add S, pants.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What's the next word down, Marty? Are you going to do it?
And the next is the chewing.
It's a
Chewing.
shirt.
Shirt. As the little A.
Okay, we're just going to add one letter to it to make it plural, make it shirts, make it 3 shirts. So what letter would we add to shirt to make it plural?
Just little S.
Just add the S. Okay, Amalia?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the next word?
So, blouse.
Blouse. Like women wear a blouse usually, men wear a shirt.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So the S.
All you have to do is add the S, but how would it be pronounced? Because you have an E in there.
Blouses.
Blouses. Very good. Very good. Okay. Amalia, go ahead and do 5 and 6.
Socks.
Sure.
Okay, sock. And what would be the plural?
Blues.
S.
Just add the S.
Blouse.
What about number 6, Amalia?
Shoes is S too.
Sock.
Yes, just add the S. Now this one's tricky. This one's very tricky. We have some, remember, that we talked about that are irregular. You don't just add an S, you don't add an ES. So in number 7, if you have 1 foot, how do you make it 2 feet? I told you. How do you make it plural?
Feet. No, like
Feet. Feet is correct. So you go back and you have to add 2 E's. You make it feet.
Feet.
Okay, Marty,
Wait.
let's take a look at the word dress. You know what the word dress means, right? It's when a woman wears a one-piece garment that hangs down and has a skirt on it, a dress. How do you make that plural? Most women like to have more than one dress in their closet.
Dress.
So how can we make that plural?
Dresses. I think the little E.
Yes.
Dresses.
Very good. Add the S. Dresses. Very good. That's how you make that plural. Marty, how are we going to make nose plural?
Noisy. Noises. Noisy. Noisy.
Noses.
Little S.
Yes, we're going to make it E and S for noses.
Yeah, E-S. Right.
Yeah. What about ear? Marty, tell me what you're going to do to ear to make it plural.
Ear.
You have two of them.
Okay.
So,
E-S.
no, not ES, because it does not end with S. It does not end with CH. Just S.
S.
Just S. See,
S.
look, Lydia helped you.
Yeah.
She put it on the screen.
S.
Just S. Ears.
Ear.
Okay, Amalia, we've got another tricky word here. It's an irregular. We talked about this last week. We have one tooth, but we have two what? Teeth. Very good. So, now Amalia, for number 12.
S, voice.
Right, you just add an S to boy. What about girl, Amalia?
Girls.
Okay, just add an S. Very good. Now, this is a tricky one. This is an irregular. We have one man, but we have two what? This word's going to be spelled differently. How are we going to spell two of something? Did you look in your rules on page 273?
273.
It's in that first yellow box at the top of that page.
It's man.
Okay, it's man, one man, but it's two.
273. Okay.
It should be men, M-E-N. There's one man, but there's two men. Okay, look right under where man is, and when you see woman, what does it say to do to woman to make it plural, Amalia?
Woman.
Women.
Women.
Okay. Now, I put this other one in there because it forms plural just like man and woman. Ox is not E-S, it is E-N, like men and women. So I put it together with these two. This is a word that very often on tests for you to get into different schools or see how much you know, like if you're going to do secretarial work, the plural of ox is oxen, not oxes, even though it ends with an X. So this is an irregular plural word. Very difficult. Now, number 17, Marty?
Number 17.
Yes, on the screen. Look at the word.
I think this is dishwasher.
It's dish. And what ending do we put on dish to make it plural? You tell the children to put more than one plate on the table when everybody's there to eat. So what word, how are we going to write it?
This is for in the other one,
Lydia helped you.
number 17.
Number 17, Lydia helped you.
Okay. This
Dishes. Dishes.
Dishes.
Dishes.
This
That's what goes on the table to eat out of.
Okay.
Okay, look at fork. We have one fork, but you have two what?
For S-E.
Yes, just S, no E.
S.
What about the next one, Marty? Spoon. You have one spoon, but you have two what?
Spoon. I think it's little A.
No, just an S on the end. Go ahead, Lydia, and put the S in. You have one spoon or you have two spoons?
One spoon.
Two spoons. One spoon, two spoons.
Okay. One
S
spoon.
on the end.
Okay. On the skin fair.
Okay, knife. That's something else that you have on the table to eat with. This is an irregular, and we're going to have to change a letter inside the word. Knife is K-N-I-F-E. But if you have two of them, Lydia, do what I tell you. Change the F to V.
Okay. Change the same.
V-E-S.
B.
So it's one knife, but it's two knives. Remember when Miss Shelby was telling us we have a sound that you don't have in Spanish? You put your teeth on your bottom lip and you say the. Knives. Knives. Okay, one knife, two knives. Can you say knives with me?
Yeah, what is it?
Knives.
Knife.
I want to be sure you understand how to do that. Knives. One knife, two knives.
One knife.
Okay, let's look at 21. Amalia, it ends with an X. So if it ends with an X, how would you make fax, one fax, or two what? What would you put on the end of fax to make it plural?
ES.
Very good. ES.
Yes.
ES if it ends in X. Now then, Amalia, child is another one that's irregular.
Child.
Remember men.
Children.
And remember women. Okay, now look for children. It's the first one in your yellow box.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we make one child into more than one?
Children.
Okay, very good. So it's children. So man goes to men, woman goes to women, child goes to children. Okay, those are irregular words. They don't have an S in them, but they mean a plural meaning. Are you getting that, Marty? They're not S's on there to make them plural. They're EN instead of S. It's a hard thing to think about because usually you just think of adding an S or an ES, but they're irregular.
E-S.
It's E-N.
E-M.
See, look on number 22 on the screen. Child goes to children. That's more than one child. Okay.
E-M. E-N person.
Yes. Okay, on person, we're going to change the spelling inside of the word. If you look in that box on 273, you will see where person changes to another word.
Okay.
Starts with a P.
The other is person.
Can you tell me that word, Marty? Or spell it for me? It goes to P, E,
Yeah, S-P-E-R-S-O-M.
Let's go to people. Person changes. One person goes to 3 people. See, it has no S in it at all, but it's a plural word. One person, 3 people.
One person, 3 people.
Okay, Marty.
Person.
Let's look at the word. Let's look at the word on the screen, church.
Church.
Number 24.
24. Church.
What's the last 2 letters? What is the last 2 letters in church?
Okay. So is S and I.
Okay, it's going to be C and H. So when a word ends in C and H, what do we do to make it plural? To make it more than one? Do we just add S or do we add ES?
S is.
Let's put an ES on there because it ends with CH.
It's church.
So,
churches. Church is ES, church, churches.
Churches.
Church, ES, okay.
Okay, Marty, the next word is wish.
Wish. So.
Wish. I wish I had a banana.
I
okay.
wish.
That ends in SH.
Is E.
So how will we make it plural?
S.
It's just like churches. See the CH and the SH? They're just alike.
Wish.
So how will we change wish to something plural? Let's put in an E, S. Wish is. Wishes. More than one wish. Okay, let's look at buzz. Now, it ends with a Z. And in rules, if it ends with a Z, how do we change it to plural?
Change it is E.
Not E-N, do E-S. I heard one mosquito buzz. He heard 5 mosquito buzzes.
Bus.
So if it ends with a Z, we need to add the ES.
ES, ES.
So you see CH, SH, Z. Now we're going to go down one more.
Bob.
Okay, it ends in an X.
Bob.
And the rule is CH, SH, Z. And what other letter do we change it to ES?
Change E.
Very good. It's going to be an ES. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, one more, Marty. I want to be sure you get this. Okay? We're going to move down to fox.
Two, fox.
Okay, it ends with what letter? What letter does it end with?
Okay.
It ends with X.
E.
So how are we going to make it more than one fox?
Okay. E. X.
Good. ES.
E.
Very good.
Fox.
If it's CH, SH, Z, or X, we add ES to make it plural. Very good.
And fish.
Now, I'm going to show you another irregular word. This is tricky because it ends with SH.
Fish.
Okay, fish. We don't add an S, we don't add an ES, we don't add an EN. Fish is singular and it is plural. If we say, I went out and caught fish, it can be one fish or it can be some fish. It can be many fish. But fish, you do not add ES.
F.
So English can be tricky.
F.
Lydia, how do I go down to the next word? Lydia, how do I go down to the next word?
Lydia.
What? Well, where is, oh, there is my cursor over there. Okay, this is another tricky word, and it's a fish. It's a trout. Trout is singular and it is plural. You don't say trouts. Trout is just singular and it is plural. So how do we, if we're in a restaurant, how would we order if we wanted more than one piece of trout? This next word, number 31, will explain it. The word piece.
Pieces.
Right.
Okay. So what do we need to add to the end of the word piece? Just an S. Pieces.
Pieces.
Okay, so when you're in a restaurant, if you want more than one piece of trout or fish, you would say, give me 2 pieces, give me 3 pieces, however many pieces you want of fish, or give me 2 or 3 pieces of trout. The same is true for salmon. This word salmon is a type of fish, but we don't say salmons. We don't put an S on salmon.
Salmon.
You can get 1 piece of salmon, you can get 2 pieces of salmon, but you cannot get salmons. There's no such word. It is both singular and it is plural. Same thing for shrimp. in English, shrimp, we do not add S to.
Good.
You tell someone, I want a 12-piece basket of shrimp. You don't say shrimps. It's just shrimp. It is singular, it is plural, it is both. Okay, let's take a look at the word goose. How would we make goose plural?
String.
We have one goose. We have two what? These are all tricky words. G-E-E, oops.
Yeah, yes.
Geese.
Geese.
Goose is singular. We have 3 geese, or there's a flock of geese.
Good.
This time of year, a mouse will find its way into the house looking for someplace warm. What happens if you get more than one mouse in the house? What is the word for plural for mouse?
More mouse. Book. Mini.
Mice.
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 You have mice in your house? Most people in the fall will get mice in their house. Whoops, I went too far. Okay, now guess what? Another tricky word. Let's look at moose. Moose is singular and plural. There is no such thing. It's not like goose where you'd have meese. You don't have meese. It's not like mouse. You don't have mice. Moose is singular and it's plural. You don't add an S. There's not mooses. Okay, and the same thing is true with deer. Deer is singular and it's plural. Okay, so there are some words that just stay the same whether they're singular or plural. There are some that we just add S, some we add ES, and some we add EN.
ES.
Okay.
Trout.
We went over a lot of plurals last week. We went over plurals this week. It sounds like we're going to need to go over plurals again.
Okay.
And they didn't give you an exercise in your workbook on plurals. And I don't understand why. Instead, they had you do numbers. So it looks like we're going to have to go over plurals again next week.
Okay.
So study your words for plurals because we have several that are irregulars and we need to learn how to make singulars and plurals of words. So Lydia, come here. Let's go to our devotional. We're about halfway. So let's do something easier. We had something really hard. So can you show me how to get back to our devotional? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, see, you ran off. Uraiva, we went over singulars and plurals, and I'm sorry we didn't get you admitted. But we'll go over them again next week because we have several that didn't make it for class tonight. And singulars and plurals are just showing us that they're much harder than we thought they were going to be. Okay. Miss Mary is going to be one of the assistant for our class. And so Miss Mary's going to go over the devotional with you while I get ready to start our new lesson for this week, okay? Miss Mary, would you mind leading them with the devotion, please?
Can everybody see it on their screen?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Lord God sent them out of the Garden of Eden, where they would have to work the ground from which the Lord had been made. Genesis 3:23. Does anybody know which book of the Bible is Genesis?
It's the first Bible.
The very first one. And does anybody know why the Lord God sent them out of the Garden of Eden?
Genesis.
The Garden of Eden was what God made, and it was perfect. And he said to Adam and Eve, which that's the characters in the picture, Adam and Eve, that's the first man and woman that God made. And he told them that this garden is for you, and it's beautiful. Just don't disobey me by eating from the tree of knowledge. Well, they did not obey God. And when that happened, God made them leave the garden, and they would now have to work the ground from which the man had been made. And it was going to be hard. And he told Eve childbirth would be painful and that they would not live forever like he really wanted them to, that they would die, and which everybody since then has died. Does anybody have any questions?
I think so. No?
Those golden looking things in the background, these where they have their arms crossed like this, what do you think those are?
Angels.
Angels. What do you think they're doing?
Do Adam and Eve look happy or sad?
No, not happy.
Not happy.
No.
And they're not happy because
No.
Because
Raven, why are they not happy? Because they have been sent out of the Garden of Eden, which was perfect. And those angels, they look like they're pretty stern, don't they? They are sending them out of the garden and telling Adam and Eve, you cannot come in here.
because disobedient to God.
Yeah, because they disobeyed God, they cannot stay in the Garden of Eden.
Okay, are there any questions about the devotional?
No.
Okay. Lydia, I need for you to take down the devotional now. Turn to page 36 in your lesson book, please. Okay, on page 36, at the top of the page, it says, Ureva, can you read what it says in the green? Lesson 6, and what does it say right next to it?
It's green.
At the very top of the page.
At the very top of the page, it says lesson 6, and it says ask about jobs. Can you see this at the top of the page? Lesson 6,
36.
ask about jobs.
Grass.
That's on page 36.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that, Ureva?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So we are going to have a lesson about asking questions and answering with a short answer. So how to put our words together to make it a question. Most of what we've talked about have been sentences where that we are telling something. But now we're going to be formulating questions, and the order of our words is going to be important because in a lot of sentences or questions, they will start with the verb. And we've been studying the irregular verb to be. Remember when we did the word where we said, you are a student. He is a student. I am a student. Okay, we're going to turn the words around, exactly the same words, but we're going to make it a question. So let's take a look. Ureva,
Okay.
you see here where the blue strip is?
Okay. Yes
Can
or
you
no
read our
question.
instructions there, please?
No.
Read the blue
Yes,
strip.
no.
Okay. Yes or no question and short answer. Are you a
Okay.
teacher?
Question. Short.
Is he a teacher? Is she a teacher? Is Sarah a teacher? Are you a teachers? Are they teachers? Is your job hard? Is it hard?
Okay, short answers now. Marty, can you take that box there in the middle? This box in the middle.
Okay. En el middle.
See, it says yes.
Okay.
It's answering with a short answer.
En el middle. Is a teacher?
Yes, I am. Do you see where it says I am up at the
Yeah.
top?
Yeah. Is
Okay, and right under it, it says
I
yes.
am a teacher. He is. She is. Yes. We are. They are. He is.
Okay, good. Amalia, take
Yes.
that last where it says no.
No,
Oh.
I'm not. No, he's not. No, she's not. No, we're not. No, they are not. No, it's not. Or no, he isn't. No, she isn't. No, he aren't. No, they aren't. No, it isn't.
Okay, and in the box that Amalia was doing, they're using our contractions that we learned in our last chapter about doing contractions where we take two words and we put them together with an apostrophe. Now, one of the things we have to be careful when we are writing, when we're actually writing down these sentences, You see that in red where it says writing watch in questions with a question mark. Do you know what a question mark looks like?
About job.
A question mark is, I can't find my whiteboard.
They are assisting. Are waiting you. Are you waiting? Is waiting.
Okay, a question mark has a curly Q with a dot under it. Do
Okay.
you see what a question mark looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you write a question, always put question mark at the end, because you need to know that this next exercise, you're going to write some answers. So next to letter A, Ureba, where it
Okay.
says practice, number
Okay.
1, practice.
Okay. Dice,
Okay, read the
write yes.
instructions.
Okay. Write yes or no question about jobs.
Okay,
The first is she a cook?
very good. Yes, you take the group of words, put them together to make a question. So, number 2, Marty, can you make that next group of words into a question?
They are selling
Hello.
a system.
Martin, the
What?
first is the verb to be.
This is Alberta.
The first is verb to be, are. Are they their assistant? Ok, cuando es una pregunta, siempre comienzas con el verbo to be. Ok?
Okay.
Marion's
Okay.
trying to get in and she needs the password to get into the class.
Aileen, por favor, bájale a eso.
We have another student trying to join us.
Okay, the passcode is 08649.
You're going to have to get them all of that first. Imagine.
Is the passcode.
Okay,
Okay, and then the meeting ID,
Miss Mary,
the one number,
Yes.
who did number 2?
6,
Marty?
7,
Yeah.
Well,
Did
I
he
think
make a question?
your Reba kind of helped him.
Okay, all right. Number 3, Amalia?
Are you waitress?
Okay, waitress.
Waitress.
Waited.
Okay, it's waiter for a man, and it's waitress for what? Waitress for a woman. So we have waiter for a man, but waitress for a woman. Okay. Very good, Amalia. Ureba, do number 4, please.
Yes. Is he a painter?
Okay, is somebody trying to get in? Very good. Marty, do number 5, please.
The young is a gardener.
Okay, John is not a gardener. We need to turn it around and make it a question. Can we ask the question? What would we need to start with to make it a question?
They John is the garden.
Is, start with your verb. Start with your irregular verb is. Is John a
Is
gardener?
the garden.
And don't forget your question mark at the end.
Is
Marion,
Yes.
we are on page 36 in our lesson book.
the garden.
36.
36, 3 and a 6.
Yes.
Están preguntando. Yo tengo is the garden. John is
Okay, Marion,
Yes.
number 6
36.
on page 36, number 6. We are taking these groups of words and trying to put them together to make a question, which means we need to put the verb first. Start, where is the verb? Can you see where the capital letter is?
Oh,
That will be your
is-
first word.
Is yours?
Is the job
Job.
is the
easy?
Easy. Oh, sorry.
Is the job easy?
this
And don't forget to put your question mark at the end, because when you write questions, you have to put a question mark at the end of the sentence.
Okay.
Okay?
Is
So did everyone get sent questions written down for those 6?
the 6?
Those 6, did everyone get questions written down?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's look at section B. Amalia, would you please read the instructions for section B, just underneath there?
Complete the conversation. Use capital letter when necessary.
Okay. So now they're not going to give you the hint about which word goes first with a capital letter. You have to fill it in yourself. So number 1, Amalia, would you take number 1, please?
Are they waiters?
Yes.
Waiter.
Yes. Very good. And you
No,
start
they
that with... Okay, go ahead.
no, they not, or they are.
Very good. Very good. Did everyone get that written down?
Yes, yes, ready.
Okay. Number 2, Marty, what word goes in that first blank?
the cheese a coat
Is.
a coat.
Okay, and so your I needs to be a capital letter.
Mhm.
Is she a cook? Go
Cheese.
ahead and answer that, Marty. Go ahead and answer the part B.
Okay. They yes are.
No, it's yes, she is.
Yeah, okay. Yes, okay.
Remember, when we use he, she, it, then we use is, not are.
Okay. Yes
Okay.
is. Mhm.
Yes, she is. Don't forget to put a period, because that's the answer. That's not the question, okay?
Right.
Number 3, Ureba, can you do number 3, A and B?
Okay. Are Martha and King office assistants? Yes, they are.
Okay. Assistants.
Assistants.
Very good. Okay, number 4, Marion.
I no.
Yes, our.
Yes, I.
Are
Are you an
electrician.
electrician?
Electrician.
Electrician.
Good. Very good. And what do you start that word are with?
Uh, no.
A capital? A capital what?
Is
A capital A? When you write R, you have to start R with a capital A because you're starting a sentence.
No. Arten is
Are you an electrician? A-R-E.
okay.
Okay,
No. No, Eva.
that's right. No.
No.
Instead of saying, I am not, they want you to use a contraction. So it would be I apostrophe am.
And
No, I'm not.
no. I am. Oh, not.
Yeah, no, I'm not an electrician. But they don't put the word electrician in.
No,
You
I
just
am not.
understand that you're not an electrician because the question was, are you an electrician? No, I'm not. Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, Amaya.
Is he an accountant? No,
Good.
no, he's not.
Or you could write what? Another contraction. No.
Yeah. No, he's
Very good, Amaya. Very good. No, he isn't.
no.
Okay. Number 6, Marty.
He is Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia a pain? Yes,
Okay,
is.
but to ask the question, you need to start with your verb. Remember, our verb is what word?
Where is
Instead of
he?
are, we need to use
Are
is.
or it is? He
Is Mr. Garcia
a pain?
a painter?
A painter. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes is.
What comes next? What do we put in the blank?
E.
Yes.
E is.
There. Yes, he is. You don't
Yes,
have to put painter in because we've already said painter in the question. All you have to say is, yes, he is. It's a short answer.
He is. Okay.
Just remember now on the question that the I and is needs to be capitalized, okay? When you're writing sentences. Okay, we're going to look at some pictures. We're going to make a question and answer just like we did, but they're giving you less of the words. So over here on page 37, under the practice, Ureva, read the instructions and then do the first picture for us, okay?
Okay. Look at the pictures. Complete the conversation. Add a or an when necessary. Use capital letter and periods when necessary.
Good.
One. Is she an accountant? Yes,
She's-
she is.
Very good. And at
Yes.
the end of yes, she is, what ending are you going to put there? Are you going to put a question mark or a period?
No, is
No, I think this is right.
When you write yes, she is, what, Reba, what ending mark are you going to use after is? A period or a question mark?
Yes. When and number 2 is
No, in
No, no,
number
no.
one.
and
in
number one
I
is
was asking you, Reba.
is she an accountant? Yes, she is.
Okay,
Que
we
la
need,
pregunta es si la letra B, ¿qué es? ¿Una respuesta o una pregunta? Eso es lo que te están preguntando. Que tú tienes que decir, la B, ¿cuál es? No, la B es una respuesta porque no tiene... Acuérdate que te están preguntando y después la B es una respuesta. Martín, ¿me entiendes, Martín?
after you write, yes, she is, you need to put a period at the end to show that it's the end of the sentence. Marion, can you do number 2 for us?
Okay. Is he an arrested? Yes, he is.
Okay, if they're painting the house, is that an artist?
Painter.
It would be a painter. Okay, so let's go back and ask the question. Number 2, how do we start the question? What word would we use to start the question, Marion?
Is he?
How about, is it just he? How many are there?
Oh, they, sorry.
Okay, so
They
then
are
we
just
need
two
to
people.
say, we don't use is then if we're talking about they, we need to use are. Very
Are.
good. Are they artists?
Yes.
That's the question. Now, your answer would be what, Marion? Give me the answer again.
Okay. Yes.
No,
Yes. Are.
they're
No.
not artists. What are they?
No artists. Oh. No. Are.
No, they
No. They.
aren't. And that's the
Aren't.
contraction. A-R-E-N apostrophe T. That means no, they're not artists. But we're going to put a period after no, they aren't. That's the short answer.
Okay. No,
Okay.
they aren't.
Amalia, can you do number 3 for us?
Yes. Is she electrician? Yes, she is.
Okay, very good. Any questions about the one Amalia just did? Be sure to start is with a capital. Be sure to start yes with a capital. Put a period after is. Number 4, Marty, can you do that one?
He is a nurse. Yes,
Okay,
he
I
is.
need you to ask it as a question.
He's.
Okay, we got to put, okay, but we've got to put the verb first, Marty. And the verb is. Is
a nurse.
Okay, is he a nurse? Because in the picture, it looks to be a man. Now, what is the answer to the question, Marty?
He is. He is a nurse.
Is he a nurse?
Mm-hmm.
It looks to me like he's doing surgery. See the lights up here in the picture? And he has something in his hand like he's working on someone. So I think he's probably a doctor. It looks like he's doing surgery.
Okay, I think it.
So the question is he a nurse? And the answer would be what?
Okay. I is.
No.
No. He is.
Okay, finish it. He isn't. No, he isn't. That's a contraction. ISN''T. Period.
Okay, a question.
Okay. No, he isn't.
Okay.
Okay, Ureba, take number 5, please.
Are they gardeners? Yes, they are.
Yes.
Very good. Any questions about the one Ureba did?
Yes.
Okay, Marion?
Okay. Is she waitress?
Waitress.
No, she isn't.
Okay, good. I don't think we're going to try tonight to do this next activity because of the time factor. We're a long ways into our class. And I think what we'll do is look at page 38. And I'll give you all an assignment from that show what you know to ask about jobs. And we'll talk about it next week. But right now, let's go to page 38.
Lesson 7, read about.
Okay. I think Marion answered the last question. Amalia, take a look on page 38 and read these instructions right here next to where it says, before you read number 1,
Okay.
A. Look at the pictures is what it starts with. Can
Okay.
you read those instructions, please?
Yes. Look at the picture. Read the sentence about job skill. Check mark the sentence that are true for you.
Okay. So each of you will have different ones of these that are pertain to you. Okay, Amalia, which ones did you pick out that pertain to you?
The first one, say I use computer.
Okay. Any others of those that pertain to you, Amalia?
Uh,
I taking care of children.
I take care of children.
Okay.
Thank you.
I cook.
Okay.
I
Okay.
clean.
Okay.
I
Pay.
pay the bills.
Okay.
And I'm organized.
You know how to file things in a filing cabinet and put them in alphabetical order?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Margie, can you share with us what some of your skills are? I believe you told us, Margie, that you are a roofer. Do you sometimes have to clean up after the job? Maybe it's not using water, but you have to pick up your tools and things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to pay the bills?
Yeah. Every month, just to pay the bill, the light,
Right.
the city, the car, you know.
Yes. You know how to work on the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Mhm.
Ureva. All right. Do any of these pertain to you, Ureva?
Yes, I use a computer, I
Good.
cook, I clean, I pay the
Uh-huh.
bill, I organize. I don't take care of children because I have any children.
Okay. Um, do you cook at your house?
Yes,
Good. You could say then that you could probably do some cook work in the kitchen, helping.
yes,
These are skills that you might use to get a job if you don't have one. But I know Marty works roofing, and I know that because I've had a roof put on my house, I know some of what you have to do to be a roofer. Marion, now I've seen you with a baby in your arms, so I know that you do take care of children. How many children do you have, Marion?
3.
3?
Yeah.
So you've got quite a bit of experience taking care of children, don't you? What else do you do that would be a job skill?
Every day busy. I'm busy every day.
Okay. What
I'm
about
cooking.
paying bills?
I'm
Do you have
paying.
to go and pay
I'm
bills?
paying the bill.
Do you have to go and pay bills?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have to clean the house?
Yes, sure.
Um,
I'm cook.
do you cook? I'm trying to find out who's a good cook in this group. I'm trying to get an invitation to eat with somebody one of these days. Maybe we'll get together someplace and have a good meal, maybe at a picnic table or something. So Marion, are you a good cook?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I'm
That
cooking
sounds like
food, the Egyptian.
the Egyptian food. Is
Yeah.
it hot and spicy?
Yeah.
good.
I'll be sure and bring my Tums with me because sometimes hot food makes my stomach upset.
Yeah.
Me too, Miss Carolyn.
Marty, do you help cook?
No. You
No,
don't
you're
have
not a
work.
good cook?
Yeah. I am working in the house, in the clean, the garage,
Okay.
the yard, but this is not cook.
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
married?
Yeah.
Oh, darn. I wanted to get you. I was thinking about maybe you and I could, since you help with the housework, that sounds like somebody I could be interested in because I don't care for housework very much. Your wife is very lucky to have a husband who helps with keeping up the house. Miss Mary, what kind of job skills do you have?
I use a computer and I have to be organized. I work in the pharmacy.
Oh, yeah.
At home, I clean and I cook. But my children are gone from home, so I don't take care of children. I take care of grandchildren sometimes.
Well, but that's still it's a different relationship, but you still have some skills in taking care of children.
Well, I cripple through.
sometimes it seems like we learn more from the children than we do teaching the children. Okay, we haven't much time left, but let me take a look at our next. We might have time for one more little exercise. Miss Mary, would you like to read on page 39 this article that it says here, Homemaker Finds a Job? And listen carefully because you're going to have to answer questions to what she reads to us. So listen as she reads, and then we'll answer questions down in section A.
Homemaker finds a job.
Homemaker finds.
Lee Chin is a homemaker. Now her children are in school. She wants a job, but she's a homemaker. What kind of job can she do? She talks to a job counselor. The job counselor asks Lee, "What do you do at home every day?" "Well," Lee says, "I take care of the children, I cook, I clean, I pay the bills online." The counselor says, "You can do a lot of things. You're good with children. You're organized. You're good with numbers. You use a computer." She helps Lee find a job.
Okay. It looks like Amalia has left her post. No, there she is. There she is. She just had her head down. Amalia, would you please read the instructions and then do number 1?
Check you understanding.
Yes.
Read the article again and answer questions.
Okay.
What do Lee do at home every day?
Okay. What does she do at home every day? What did she tell us in that article that she did every day?
She take care of children.
Okay.
She cook and she clean and she pay the bills online.
Okay. So did you underline those in the article where Amalia was reading? It says to underline those. Underline those words that Amalia just told you. I take care of children, I cook, I clean, I pay bills. Number 2, Marty?
Yeah. Was the consenting
Counselor.
I listen can to make this.
Very good. That's what you need to circle is that A.
That Liz can be a cook. Liz can get a job.
Okay, so which one do you circle, Marty?
Liz can be the cook.
Well, she could be, but it also said that she could do many things. You see, right under where we underline those words, it says the counselor says you can do a lot of things. So we need to circle A.
Oh, okay, circle A. Okay.
Yeah, circle A.
Okay.
Lee can do many things.
Okay.
Reva, can you answer number 3 for us, please?
Okay. What are Lee's job skills? Okay, she is good with children.
Okay.
She is organized.
Okay, she's organized.
Organized. And she's good with numbers.
Good.
She can
What?
use a computer. Computer.
Very good. Very, very good. Yes, excellent. So what is the main idea of the article? Complete this sentence. Marion,
Yes.
can you answer that question?
B.
Mm-hmm.
What is the main idea of the article? Complete the
Article.
your skills
Sentence.
at home. Okay.
What
Your skills at home are also good.
is
Uh,
you is here home?
good with number.
You is here.
Well, are also good.
Have to
Your
use
skills at home are also good job skills.
Good job.
The word we need to put in there is the word job. J-O-B, job skills. So things that you learn to do at home are also things you could use for a job. That's what it means. So on that blank, you need to write J-O-B, job skills.
Jobs. G-O-B-S.
J-O-B.
Yeah, J-O-B skills.
Yeah, okay. You
Job skills.
Well, I see our families are beginning to join us, and it's getting late. I don't think that we can go on to the next page quite yet. So we'll wait for that till next week. I hope, I'm sorry that it was so confusing tonight. Some of you don't know because you joined us later. My mother had to have emergency surgery over last weekend. I didn't get all of the messages from Miss Judy to get the information to you all, how to send it to you. I'm just learning how to do this. If we hadn't done the lesson last week on numbers, I would not have your phone numbers to have called you. So thank you for being patient with me. I'm just learning too. I will try to get this problem worked out before next Thursday. Miss Mary won't be joining us next Thursday, but I will be here, and we will start with plurals. Marty and Amalia worked with us on doing plurals. You need to go back and study that as part of your lesson. I want you in your workbooks.
okay. What page?
Workbooks. I want you to go to page 24.
24.
Yes, 24.
Okay. Right.
In the workbook. But I also want you to go back and study the plurals, rules for plurals. So go and look at page 273, the rules and the irregular forms of plurals. And we will review that again next week when we start our lesson. Okay? Some of you, because they didn't give us any exercises in our workbook, some of you are still struggling how to make things plural. When to add S, when to add ES, and when the word is an irregular and you need to change the spelling of the word to be plural.
Okay.
So I hope we have all this worked out next week on getting into class. so that we have a little more time to work on our English and Spanish and everything. Anybody have any questions before we say good evening?
Carolyn, will they have the same Zoom number next time?
No, I think it's going to be different
Okay.
because from what Judy told me is my daughter set it up incorrectly to where that we are not in WhatsApp and all of that. So we've got to set it up differently.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, then we'll have a fall break after 2 weeks from now.
Right.
We'll meet.
Right.
2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Next week, we should still have a class
Okay.
on Thursday, but I will send you how to locate us in your email box, in your
WhatsApp.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
WhatsApp, in the
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yes.
This
So
2 weeks.
we'll try to get that all worked out and all straightened out by next Thursday so that we will be, I won't have to make phone calls because I don't have everyone's phone numbers. Because we practice numbers, I had Amalia, I had Marty, I had Ureba. We tried to call Marion. We didn't get an answer at her phone. We tried to call Raina. We got no answer at her phone. But I only had 5 numbers. So there are others who did not know how to get a hold of us. But so we had a smaller class than usual. But we'll try to get it all worked out, all straightened out. And, but we'll continue having class. We'll try to get it all straight.
Okay.
I make mistakes. I make mistakes.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
So we'll say good night.
Good night.
Week.
See
And
you.
Miss
Thank
Mary's
you,
going to
teacher,
go
for your
visiting
help.
grandchildren, so we'll wish you a safe and happy trip.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank you,
Good
teacher, for your
night.
help.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. See you next
Bye,
week.
chicos.
Next week. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.